Welcome back to this tutorial series where we are generating figures ideas from alphabets. Let us generate figure ideas from the next alphabet, which is D. Let us start by writing the alphabet D. We will start with capital letters and maybe a couple of letter D. You can draw it in, you can write it in different angles, okay, different with the different tilts, different shapes, a little bit of variations. And the idea is that we will try to visualize these figures, these alphabets into figures. Okay. If you are new to this and if you haven't seen the previous videos, please go back and start with alphabet A, where I am explaining the process in pretty much detail. Right. Now that we have a couple of alphabets written already, let us create a silhouette of that and let us try to convert that silhouette or see some figures in that silhouettes. In this one, I am seeing a person slightly tilted to the right, sitting down. That is the kind of idea that I am getting from the silhouette of letter D, alphabet D. So this is the idea. Okay. See, it doesn't have to be perfect. It is just the thing is that we are trying to generate ideas and we are trying to kind of draw those ideas and then we are uh, watercoloring those ideas. Okay. This looks to me that somebody is looking to the side. It's a profile view, and we have to generate some portion of the lower body here. Whenever I'm slowing down, I'm basically thinking how best to connect the upper body and the lower body, which is the legs in this case, upper body and the legs. His movement probably suggests that he is looking at his mobile phone, and yeah, this looks good to me. Now, this letter, it is something little tilted, okay, and what he can do. Maybe he is also leaning forward, and we are seeing sort of a profile view, and I can connect this with the legs, but somehow the back of his back seems to be a little bit uh, too wide, so we may have to connect maybe some backpack or something at the backs. Maybe here he's holding a bag here, maybe at his back. Okay. This kind of suggests me, I mean, that the bag is little heavy and he is moving forward. And this again looks like an upper body. All this capital letter D, the silhouette looks like an upper body to me. And we need to connect the head, we need to connect the lower body and the legs. Here it looks like that I'm getting an idea that he is slightly, I mean, turning to one side. And what is the other thing that he is doing? Maybe what is the leg movement? Let us think of that. He's his legs are little wide apart, and to suggest he's leaning on the side, leaning towards the side, we need to justify some hand movements. So maybe he is doing something with a pole or stick or something. That is the idea that I am getting. Okay. So overall, the proportion, the kind of leg movement, hand movement looks okay to me. Some kind of movement. I really do not know what it is, but it seems to be convincing to me. Now this is a small letter, and we can kind create the silhouette of it maybe fit a small head at the top, and really do not know that the vertical line of the letter D looks like a stick or a pole or something, and we'll connect some legs. I mean, connect the legs with some movement. This looks okay to me. Let us now apply colors, but I am not applying the colors right on top of the drawing. I am trying to see the drawing and color it below so that we have the trace of the drawing visible. That is the idea. And this is the way upper body was formed. Upper body with light color and lower body with dark color. This is the kind of concept that we have used throughout the series as of now. The color that I am using is cobalt green for the shirt or the upper body, and Payne's gray for the lower body and the head, the black hairs and all. I am using Payne's gray. This looks convincing to me. Little bit of shadow will hook him to the ground. Okay, right. Now let us paint. While applying the brushwork, I am looking at the top drawing and I am trying to look at the form of the upper body, look at the form of the lower body, which is the legs and the hip, and I'm just trying to suggest that. I'm using a small round brush with a good tip so that I get the details with a little bit of accuracy. A little bit of the head, and maybe the arms are moving slightly, the arms are slightly coming out. Now the other figure, looking at the shape. See, the idea here is to sort of develop our ideas. I mean, so that we can later we can come out with convincing, performing action, performing figures from imagination. Now, this alphabet D doesn't give us full clue of what the figure is, what he is doing, etc. But it is giving just an inspiration. Okay, so uh, we are exercising our imagination muscles, and we are trying to come out with imaginative poses. So this way of practicing, I think, will help in enhancing our imagination, and then later to come out with convincing figure poses just out of imagination without any reference. And we should have some sense of proportion and perspective of the figures. And if you are lagging behind them, that area, maybe you have to refer to some books or videos and understand the basic proportions, and uh, what is that, some the basic perspective, etc. The letter D is ready now, and now let us connect some lower body portions. See, the leg movements are little important. The dimension of the leg and the bend of the knee bend, etc., the ankle bend, all those things are important. So pay attention to those things. If you cannot directly paint them, draw it again and then paint on top of it. Okay. Now the last one, the body of it, upper body, the torso, and maybe the vertical line of the D. See, the process is same. We have been doing it for all these figures uh, in this video as well as in the previous videos. So you know the process. Only thing is that you practice it. Take more and more challenges, and then you come out with more and more ideas. Maybe he's wearing a cap. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. Oh, his head was left out, so let us make it right. The figures look convincing to me as of now. Now we will add little bit of the orange color for the exposed body part, which is little bit of the face that is seen, and maybe the arms. Okay, the exposed portion of the legs are usually not seen here because he is wearing his trousers, jeans, and shoes. But the face and the lower arms, they are seen. So you can paint those things with orange color. The precise color, precise shape is not important, but the suggestivity is what we are looking for. Little bit of the face. We are seeing him from the back side, so we don't see full face. Initially, I have drawn it as if he's going back, but I think showing the face will suggest the overall movement in a more convincing way. So let us make the arms for that particular movement, and he also let him also look forward, look towards us, facing towards us, and one arm is extended down, one arm is kept folded. I think I think that is fair enough. Let us add shadows to the rest of the figures. Consistency in the shadows is important. So they all should have similar direction of the shadows, similar proportion of the length of the shadows, as if these shadows are generated by a single source of light. I think the shadow of the first guy sitting on the ground, that shadow went slightly off there. It is not consistent with the rest of it, but I think I will ignore that for now because we are just practicing. Okay, I think we are done with these figures. Now let us quickly do some more figures. Okay, we'll just directly create the silhouette and then directly convert that into figures. We'll speed up the process a little bit. Since we already know how to do it, let us do it right away. Upper body with the letter D, and connecting the head and connecting the hip and connecting the arms and legs. Don't worry if this looks like another figure that we have already made, that is okay. We are just trying to repeat the process, and some kind of similarity with previously drawn figures are acceptable. Little bit of a distorted D here, more kind of artistic D. Maybe this looks like upper body and arm. So we need to, I'm little thinking about where should I connect the head now. Maybe little bit of head here, partly seen, not seen fully, so that he is leaning forward and one leg is thrown back and the other leg is moving forward. Okay, precisely what he is doing is not relevant to me at this point. This letter D is written flipped. Okay, it is flipped, and let us come out with an image, a figure from a flipped version of alphabet D. So you can flip it, you can rotate it. I mean, see, the idea is to get some starting shape. If you get a shape, then you work out further and convert that into uh, figures. That is the idea. I'm loosely suggesting the legs. Okay, I think that is okay. Maybe we'll do some small letters, convert converting that into silhouette, and there itself we will convert that into some body movement. Okay, so how the legs should be, that is the thing, that will decide the overall body movement. The lean, how much lean, what is the lean of the upper body, what is the movement of leg, what is the movement of arms. These are the things that will decide the overall uh, action, overall movement of him. Here I think that I will just put him into a small boat, where a single person can use that boat probably. Just some reflections maybe. Let us do a couple of more. Maybe little cursive version of a small letter D, and let us convert it. I think it went little lean here. I would have preferred little fatty version of the alphabet here. But let us convert that. Let us make some changes and convert this into a figure maybe. Maybe he is leaning slightly forward and this is the head. Maybe I'm kind of getting a view that he is little taller guy. Okay, leg movement. Yeah, maybe just a pet dragging him. He is controlled by a pet. So don't worry about this. I'm not very good at these animals and all. I don't worry too much about the details precision. Just a suggestion. Okay, and let us color it directly on top of it. Now that we have practice, so we can directly paint. So you repeat this a number of times. Take small sheets of paper. You can use back side of paper. You can use both the front side and back side, so that you can do as many practice as you can. And if you have some digital platforms like your iPad or tablets or your mobile phone, you can use some of the digital software to draw it on them also. But I would suggest you do it on paper. That will give a better experience, as far as I am concerned. If you are kind of a digital artist, then please use your digital platform to practice this. Don't worry about the precision. Just think of the suggestivity. It should all, I mean, it should look convincing, and it should feel that the person is moving, he is performing some action. That much of accuracy is sufficient. I hope you are getting value in these courses, and if you think so, if you think if this video is helping you, please consider subscribing to this and pressing the bell notification. We will have a lot of alphabets further to come, and you will get notified for all future videos if you enable the bell notification. And if you think this can help your artist friends, please do share this to your artist friends so that they also can get benefit of this approach and practice and learn. And if you have any suggestions, questions, queries, please write them into the comment box below. And if you want to, I mean, give any sort of suggestions, okay, please do let me know. Write them into the comment box, and I will try to go through your comments, feedback, suggestions, and better the future videos as much as possible. I may not be able to guarantee that all your inputs may be taken because I will have limitations, but whichever I think can be taken, I will surely take it. Okay. I think overall, all these figures are looking good, making sense. So I would suggest you to practice more. You can use any colors, okay? You don't have to specifically use the colors that I am using. You can use any colors, but I would prefer light color for the upper body and darker color for the lower body. That is how usually we see people dressing, okay? But you can always change. I mean, if you want to make lighter color for the pants and the darker shirts, you're welcome. You can do that. I'm not happy with this, but it's okay. Happy with the dog or the pet. Okay. Just some touches of orange and we will finish it. Okay. So as I was mentioning, please do practice it. Okay, you have to do a lot of practice. It looks easy, but it is not as easier as it appears. We have to do a lot of practice. If you are doing it for the first time, or if you are just beginning this series, you may find it little challenging because the main challenge could be you may find it difficult to imagine, visualize. So that is something because we need to activate your brain, activate the area where the imaginations are happening. You need to activate those places, and you have to, and that can be done with a lot of practice. So please do a lot of practices, and as you practice more and more, you will be improving. Okay. So I hope this video was informative to you, and you can practice more and more using the other videos in the series, and a lot more videos will come. And if you think we should complete the entire series of these alphabets, and we need to have come out with more and more practices, please do let me know so that I will consider creating more and more videos on this. Okay. So as a last touch, let us create some shadows. See, some of the shadows may overlap with the figures because we don't have sufficient gap between the figures, but I think that's okay. So that's it for today's video. So please do practice. Please let me know your feedback, suggestions, etc. in the comment box below. And I hope we'll soon see you with another interesting video of the series. And happy painting until then. Continue the practice, and we'll meet in the next video. Thank you.